It's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're working on a paper that's due at 8:30. Or maybe you're marking a paper that you've got to give back at 8:30. You're nearly done and now you're working on references and citations. What do? Hi, I'm Sarah. This is Writing Rescue, a video cast designed to help you write or maybe mark school papers, whether you're in university, college, or high school. So, let's talk citing. Yeah, I know it's not exactly exciting. First, you have to know what format you're supposed to create your references and citations in. If it's APA style, you're in luck because that's what I teach. Here's what I'm going to cover in this session. First, how often to cite. Second, how to cite. And third, what to do when you feel like you're over-citing. First off, how often to cite. Basically, everything in a paper that isn't cited is considered to be your own thoughts and information. That means that anything you got from anyone else, whether that's words, ideas, statistics, opinions, or any kind of analysis, all of that is going to have to be cited in some way. In a research paper, that might mean that most of your sentences in the main body of the paper where you present your research are going to be cited. Yeah, that's a lot of citations. So, how do you do it? In APA style, we use what are called in-text citations. There are two types. One is called a parenthetical citation. That appears in parentheses or round brackets. The other is a signal phrase. Let's start with the parenthetical citation. Very simply, go to the end of the sentence that contains someone else's information. Before the period or full stop, put in a pair of round brackets, parentheses. Find the author of the paper that you got the information from and the year the paper was published. Put in just the author's last name, a comma, and the year of publication. Like this. Here it is in a sentence. Approximately 95% of people who watch this video are awesome. Okay, I just made that statistic up. It's probably closer to 100%. But I want you to notice a couple of things. First, when the name and the year are in parentheses, they're not really considered part of the sentence structure. The parentheses hide them from the wording of the sentence. But you have to keep them inside the period to show that the citation goes with all the information in the sentence. If you have the citation outside the period, it just seems to be floating there. In a paragraph, we wouldn't be sure what the citation was connected to. Now, if your sentence contains separate bits of information from two different authors, put the citation after each author's ideas. Like this, approximately 95% of people who watch this video are awesome, Beck, 2015, and 98% of students who cite properly pass their courses, Goyette, 2014. In case you're wondering who Goyette is, he's the producer of this podcast. He also just made up that statistic. Obviously, you're not going to make up statistics and authors in your paper. That would be plagiarism, and there's going to be a whole other video about that. So, I talked about signal phrases. What the heck are those? Sometimes it can start to feel awkward having a citation after every sentence. Like this, approximately 95% of people who watch this video are awesome, Beck 2015. The remaining 5% are suspected to be highly intelligent, Beck 2015. It is possible that a proportion of people who watch this video are both awesome and highly intelligent, Beck 2015. The exact proportion of those who are both awesome and highly intelligent is unknown, Beck 2015. Okay, having all these citations takes up a lot of space, but your sentences look really choppy and the citations start to look repetitive. A teacher might tell you that you are over-citing. Now, it isn't technically possible to over-cite, but you can make your paragraph sound much better by using signal phrases. Here's an example. According to Beck, 2015, approximately 95% of people who watch this video are awesome. Beck suspects that the remaining 5% are highly intelligent. She notes that it is possible that a proportion of people who watch this video are both awesome and highly intelligent. However, the exact proportion of those who are both awesome and intelligent is unknown. Back 2015. Again, I want you to note a couple of things here. The first time we mention the paper, we have to give both the name and the year, according to Beck, 2015. The name is part of the structure of the sentence, so it doesn't go in the parentheses. That's what a signal phrase is. It's a phrase that signals to the reader that the content they're about to read comes from someone else. The year is hidden from the structure of the sentence by being in parentheses, but it still needs to be there the first time the paper is mentioned. Next, notice that I left the year out of subsequent signal phrases, like Beck suspects. As long as you are still talking about the same paper, you can leave the year off subsequent signal phrases. However, as soon as you go back to a parenthetical citation, you have to have both the name and the year. Finally, note that I used a pronoun in the third citation. If you know that your author is either female or male, you can use the appropriate pronoun as long as the reader is absolutely certain who you're talking about. So that's the basics of citing. It gets more complicated, so in future videos we'll talk about what to do if you've got a paper by more than one author, what to do if you need to cite something that you read about in another paper, how to cite from websites, how to cite if there's no author listed, citing a lecture or an interview or any other personal communication, what needs citing and what's common knowledge, and how to create a reference. Thanks for listening to Writing Rescue. Good luck with your paper.